Good evening, everyone. Thank you for being with us tonight. My name is Sally Egan, and I am the Director of Entrepreneurial Experience with the Girl Scouts of Wisconsin Badgerland Council. Tonight, we are going to be doing the Parent Tech Training. So it gives you an opportunity to learn all about the things that you will be doing to support your Girl Scout sale around ABC Smart Cookies and the Smart Cookies app. And so tonight I have with me Paige Hyman, who is my tech guru as well as our sales rep for ABC Bakers. And she is actually going to be your presenter this evening. And I am going to be the chat log monitor person. So if you have a question at any point tonight, if you would please put your question in the chat log and I will go ahead and answer those. We will still have, a time where Paige will ask me if there's any questions, and we can still cover them that way as well. So I'll be giving her those questions that are out of that chat log. So I think that's it for housekeeping. So over to you, Paige.
Awesome. Thank you, Sally. It's nice to see everybody tonight. Thank you so much for taking time out of your weekend to join us. I really appreciate it. Normally, I get to visit my councils and do a lot of training in person, and obviously that hasn't happened this year. So Zoom has been a blessing for a lot of us in many ways. I live right outside of Richmond, Virginia, and I do work for ABC Bakers. Weston Foods is our parent company. I've been employed by ABC for almost 10 years now. So I've been working with Badgerland and with Sally for a really long time. It's nice to see some little faces on the computer and on the camera tonight as well. I'm glad that you all are making this a family event. So with that, we will get started. As Sally mentioned, we are, and I don't know if it was the earlier session or just tonight, but we're trying to keep this to an hour and a half, which includes answering your questions. As Sally mentioned, she will be managing the chat box and I will be managing the delivery of the presentation, and I will be stopping along the way to check in for questions. We are going to go through a lot of the new technology features, including all of the virtual and touchless opportunities that girls have to sell this season. And much of this is new content. So we will make sure that we take it slow and we answer questions that you might have. So with that, we'll go ahead and get started. All right, so first and foremost is your support network. Where do you as parents go for questions if you don't understand something about the cookie program, especially if it's technology related? Well, during business hours, you have a fantastic customer care team at Wisconsin Badgerland Council who is there from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. to assist you with any questions that you might have, email or phone. However, if it's baker technology related, we want to extend a support tier to you that never closes. So if it's 7:30 at night on a Sunday and you have a question about how to submit your order, or if you're confused about how a process works, obviously you're not going to be able to get to the Badgerland team, but you will be able to get to ABC's help desk. We also are open through phone or email, and we never close. So if it's midnight, or if it's 2 a.m., or if it's 7 a.m. and you have a couple of quiet minutes to work on your cookie order, please make sure to know and remember that we are here for you on our help desk. And we are here to assist you with any questions that you might have about the baker technology. Some resources that you have available to you this season. First of all, you have Flickr, which is the art gallery. That gallery contains all of the clip art and images for the season. You can access that through abcsmartcookies.com, which is the website that you go to manage your cookie sale with your girls. It's abcsmartcookies.com, and you can find the links to Flickr and all of our other resources within the navigation bar or at the top right of any page. There are icons there where you can reach Flickr and some other resources as well. abcbakers.com is our public-facing website. So if you get customers who ask you about the cookies that you sell, or about the nutritional contents or allergens or our manufacturing process, anyone can access abcbakers.com. There is a full FAQ section. And again, this is our public facing website. And then finally, we take a lot of pride in providing training materials to our volunteers all the way down to parents and girls. And with that, we have developed a YouTube channel of videos. These videos range in length from 3 minutes all the way up to 10, 15-minute videos. But everything that we're going to talk about tonight is documented in a video form on our YouTube channel. And to get to our YouTube channel, you simply go out to abcsmartcookies.com. And as I mentioned, in the top right corner of each page, there is that little arrow in a red circle, or red square rather, and that's where you can access our YouTube channel. We'll link you right over there and you can pull up any video that you might want. So with that, we're going to go ahead and start talking about the abcsmartcookies.com platform, and we'll also reference the app, which is for girls to use to sell. So Smart Cookies really is a girl platform. It's a business center for girls. It's where girls are able to go and set goals for their cookie program, monitor the progress of those goals, look at the reward items that they're earning along the way, upload a video introduction of themselves that they can actually attach out with the e-cards that they send. They can actually use a social media link, what's called a Shop Now link, to send out to friends and family. And this will enable customers to buy directly from your girls. And also there is a credit card feature available for use at booth sales. This feature is available to both troop level users as well as girls at a booth sale. As a reminder for girls who use the app to sell, we want you to delete the app that you downloaded last year and re-download or reinstall the app from the store. It allows us to make sure that you're getting the latest and greatest version of the app. And because we go through an annual scrubbing process, we really have removed all the orders and data from last year. So we want girls to download the app from the store fresh for the season and then enter using their username and password. And speaking of username and password, we will talk about that in a moment, but we're also going to review some key functions of Smart Cookies. We're going to review how to send e-cards and how to share the social media link. We're going to go through these new selling features such as prepayment with credit card through girl delivery e-card opportunities. We'll talk about that social link, which I've referred to as a Shop Now link. We'll talk about how to manually take orders through the app, how to update a girl delivery order later, how to accept credit cards at a booth. We'll talk about an exciting new opportunity through the direct ship channel, the gift boxes that are available through direct ship, and also if a girl delivery order requires a refund, how counsel can assist you in processing that. So all registered girls have been uploaded into Smart Cookies as of the 1st of this month. So girls and parents should be receiving the registration email for the girls. And that is going to be coming from do-not-reply@smartcookies.com. So please be on the lookout for that email. Perhaps it's gone to your spam or your junk folder. Just be sure that you look for it and you react to it so that you can get your girls' registration completed. You also want to go ahead and mark Do Not Reply at Smart Cookies as a safe sender address. Our help desk can assist you with that if you need any assistance. And once you receive the email to register your girl, you will simply click on the link within the email to register. And note that there is a section of the registration notification here that talks about the new girl delivery option. So we're going to talk about that for a moment. There is a new girl delivery option by the social media link. So when a girl shares her Shop Now social media link, there is a new feature. If you opt into it, that will allow your girl to accept girl delivery orders, not just direct ship. In the past, the social link was strictly direct ship. Social links have been changed for this season to allow for girl delivery orders prepaid with credit card. So in this registration notification, we're letting you know that there's going to be a new opt-in in the registration process. So when you and your girl start working together to complete the profile information, where the girl's going to select her username and password and all of her sizing information for apparel down here, there's also the new opt-in here. So if you click yes, that means that your girl will be able to deliver orders that have been prepaid by credit card. If you click no, that means that you are opting out of girl delivery credit card orders. If you click the little information button beside the new feature, it will tell you that this feature is adding the option for girl delivery. Once you finish all of the fields on the registration page, you simply click Save at the bottom, and on screen you will receive a successful registration notification, and then also you will receive a follow-up email, and that email will let you know that your registration is complete, and it will also include the girl's username and password for future reference. Sally, any questions so far?
We do not.
Okay, so as I mentioned, this social media link is available underneath the girls' Manage My Orders or My Orders tab within Smart Cookies once she logs in. This is able to copy and share out through email, text, social media, really any possible means of communication with her friends and family. Remember, if you have opted in for girl delivery, that means that this social link will allow a customer to pick either direct ship or girl delivery. And we're going to go into that now. So if you decide after you've registered your girl that you really don't want to do the girl delivery, or let's say the reverse happens and you didn't opt in and you've decided that you do want to, all you have to do is go back into abcsmartcookies.com, click on the very top left icon, it's a tiny little person icon, and click Edit Profile. This will allow you to edit your girl's profile, and then right here where it says opt in for social link, you can either check it to opt in or uncheck it if you have changed your mind. So the first thing that we're going to talk about before we jump into the social link is we're actually going to talk about the e-card function. And for those of you who are returning, you may remember that e-cards have been around the longest. We've offered e-cards for, I don't know, maybe 8-9 years. And this was our first means of selling cookies online and offering girls the opportunity to sell cookies online. And what we've done this season is we have added the ability for customers to prepay with credit card for girl delivery e-cards. Now, remember with e-cards that the girl has to select who's going to receive a girl delivery e-card. All e-cards default to direct ship. So let me break that down for you one more time. If a girl sends an e-card, every customer is going to receive the option to purchase by direct ship, which is pay for shipping and have the cookies shipped directly to them from the bakery. If they add on the e-card feature of girl delivery, then the girl needs to obviously think through who's receiving this e-card. Is it someone that I can feasibly deliver to? Is it my neighbor, or is it perhaps my aunt who lives 2 states away? If it's someone who lives out of state, not a good idea to add girl delivery. If it's your neighbor or perhaps a coworker at your parents' office, or someone within your community, then girl delivery certainly makes sense. So with an e-card experience, the girl is going to select the contacts to receive the e-card. Then, as I mentioned, the girl is going to provide the option for girl delivery based on who this person is. She will then personalize the e-card with a few different pieces of information like her package goal, how the troop's going to use their proceeds, and maybe what her favorite cookie is. And then she's going to click Send Invitation. She'll receive an on-screen confirmation that the e-card has been sent. The customer is going to receive the invitation, and the example I'm going to walk you through here is where the girl is going to be able to receive an order that has been prepaid by credit card for girl delivery. So the customer receives the invitation, and as I mentioned, every e-card automatically defaults to direct ship. So this customer is going to receive both the option to purchase cookies and have them shipped directly, or girl delivery, which states, I would like for a girl to deliver my cookies to me. In this example, the customer is going to pick girl delivery. They're going to enter their customer information here, including address and phone number. They're going to enter their package variety mix here. And at the bottom, this is very important, at the bottom, they have two options. The first is kind of what I call the old-fashioned option, which is, I want to order now, but I want to pay you later when you bring me the cookies. That's the way it's always worked with e-cards. That's the way it's always been with an e-card for girl delivery. But now there is the new feature to order and pay now. So in this case, the customer's going to click order and pay now. They then are taken to our credit card portal where they enter their card number, expiration date, verification, the security code on the back, the zip code, and they click pay now. From here, the customer is going to receive a pop-up confirmation letting them know their order has been placed, and it's going to provide a summary of the ordered items at the bottom. And then the customer and you as the parent will receive an order confirmation. Now, let me be clear about this e-card process. This is not a request for you to approve the order. In an e-card situation, really that approval process kind of comes on the front end because girls are having to think through who they're pushing this invitation out to for a girl delivery model. This is more of a heads up that you as a parent need to be aware that your girl has received an order that's going to require delivery. The customer is also going to receive an order confirmation. Your girl's dashboard under Manage My Orders, Manage My Orders is going to show that there is a girl delivery order and status ordered that has been paid with a credit card. Upon delivery of these orders, every girl needs to go back in and edit the order and mark it as delivered. And to edit it, all she has to do is click on the pencil icon underneath the actions column in order to edit it. Once the order is edited, it will change from ordered to delivered. And it's really important that you don't do that until the product has actually been delivered to the customer, because the customer will receive yet another notification, which is the confirmation of their delivery. So the customer is actually going to receive a notice that says, hey, your cookies have been delivered. So if girls are marking those cookies as delivered before they're actually delivering the product, it's going to raise issues and questions with the customer. It will drive phone calls to counsel. It will just create unnecessary confusion. So I'm going to stop, Sally, and check in with you for questions about the e-card.
We do not have any questions at this time.
Okay. So now let's kind of loop back around to that social media URL. And I call it a Shop Now URL because really we are inundated these days on social media with, a product that is presented to you, and all you have to do is make one click and allows you to shop now for that product. This is a very similar link that girls can share. Text, email, social media, or they push it out, the customer clicks on it, and immediately they're able to shop online for Girl Scout cookies, and your girl receives credit for these orders. So in the past, as I mentioned, this social media URL only included direct ship. It only allowed customers, no matter how near or far they were to you, to order and have the cookies shipped directly to them, and there was a shipping charge involved. Now we have tacked on the ability, if you have opted into that with your girl, to include a girl delivery feature where the cookies can be prepaid for with credit card. Credit card is the only payment mechanism available with the social media URL. So from here, the girl can send the social media link via email, social media, or text message, as I've stated. The customer clicks on the link, and they are still afforded with the option to pick direct ship, have the cookies shipped directly from the bakery, or start a girl delivery order, which is where the girl places an order for delivery, or excuse me, the customer places an order for delivery, the girl will deliver it. And I want to make sure that you see here that there is a parent approval step required. We're going to go through how that works right now. So step one, the customer is going to complete their delivery information, who they are, where the cookies need to be delivered to. They're going to then enter their packages by variety of what they would like to order. They then put in their credit card information. So this is a very familiar screen by now. It's the same credit card portal that existed on the girl delivery for eCard, where the customer enters their card number, expiration, security code, and zip code, and then they click Pay Now. An on-screen confirmation is provided to the customer, letting them know what they have ordered. The email confirmation, the first email confirmation that goes to the customer, simply states that the order has been placed, the credit card has been authorized, not charged, authorized for the purchase, and the customer will then receive another confirmation once the order has been approved by the parent within 5 calendar days. So this is where you come in. You have a responsibility to approve all of these girl delivery orders that are prepaid with credit card to make sure that you're comfortable with who's ordering these cookies, where they're located, and where these cookies need to be delivered in that location. This is a parent approval that is required by GSUSA. It is to protect the girls with online safety protection laws, and it requires your approval. And how does this happen? Well, first of all, within the girls manage orders grid, she's going to be able to see that there is a girl delivery order that is pending approval. I do want to be clear, though, that this is not where parents or girls approve the order. We're not going to allow girls the opportunity to approve their own orders. That really is the opposite of what we're trying to do here, which is engage the parent and make sure that these orders are safe to be delivered by you with your girls. But the girl is able to see that she has a pending approval order and is certainly able to make sure that the parent is aware. But what happens with you folks as parents is you do get a separate approval email. You actually will receive a direct email from do not reply at smartcookies.com, and it states that your daughter has received an order request for girl delivery. It asks you to please click on the link below and approve the order. So here is where you're able to see who has ordered it, where they're located, along with an interactive map of where they reside. And you have the ability to either approve it or cancel it. Now, you must approve it within 5 calendar days or it will automatically be canceled. If you choose to cancel it because it is not someone you want to deliver to or a location that you cannot deliver to, then you can click cancel right here in this box. Once you do approve the customer for delivery, the customer will receive a second confirmation letting them know that their order has been approved, the credit card has been charged, and the order will be delivered as soon as the girl has the cookies available. Then within the girls manage orders grid, she will see that order change from pending approval to ordered, paid yes with credit card. Once again, though, just like with the eCard girl delivery, you want to make sure that you're not changing these orders to delivered until the product has actually been delivered to the customer. And that's because the customer will receive a notification of delivery. So once the product has been delivered, the girl should go back into her order, click the pencil icon beside it, and change the status from ordered to delivered. If the order has not been approved for delivery by you, whether it's actively canceled within those 5 days Or if you haven't approved it within the 5 days and it auto cancels, this is the notification to the customer. The customer is advised that their order has been canceled and cannot be delivered. The credit card has not been charged, but if you still wish to purchase cookies, we do offer a link here that is specifically for direct ship. So we'll reroute that customer the direct ship model, which is order cookies online, pay for shipping, and the product will be delivered directly to the customer. Sally, questions about the social link?
We do not have any questions at this time.
Okay. So the next feature I'm going to walk you through is the same feature that's existed really for previous seasons. The only difference is that girls are able to click that credit card payment and pretty much take care of the payment in advance, which really affords girls and parents an opportunity to do a touchless drop-off, a porch drop-off, kind of a virtual exchange of product, or not really virtual, but take the payment virtually and then deliver the product in a way that doesn't include an exchange of cash or check. And this is taking a manual cookie order within the Girl app. So again, this allows for immediate payment capture. It doesn't automatically populate to Troop orders. So I want to be sure that parents understand that when a girl captures a manual order within her app, she does have to let the Troop know that those are cookies she might need to get more of to fulfill those orders. Those don't automatically go and populate into the Troop's inventory. So the next couple screens I'm going to show you are app screens on the left for the girl, or if she's on a laptop or home computer at home, this is what it will look like on the right-hand side. So the example I like to give here is, let's say there is a grandparent who lives a few states away. The grandparent wants to order cookies and support your daughter, but they don't use a computer and they're willing to pay for the cookies with a credit card, but they need the girl's help to make that happen. So this is where your daughter could get on the phone with the grandparent and say, just tell me what you want. I will make sure that I place the order for you, and I'm going to see you next week anyway. So I'll bring the cookies to you then. So it could be a local grandparent. If it's a grandparent that lives far away, you may want to route them through direct ship where they pay for shipping and have the cookies shipped directly to them. But if it's someone who you're going to see during the cookie program and they need a little help, or if you run into a neighbor and the neighbor says, I really need to order cookies from you, your daughter, if she's on a smartphone, she can pull out her smartphone and say, well, I can take your order right now. I can take your credit card, it'll be paid for, and then I'll just drop the cookies on your porch when they come in. So all that girl needs to do here is navigate to My Orders, take a cookie order. From there, she can enter the customer's information, including email address, which is required, and that's because we do send a confirmation email to the customer. Then she enters the phone number information, clicks next, and from there, she will enter the varieties and packages. And then down here, all she has to do is do it as ordered and paid yes with credit card. Or if she has cookies in hand and she's actually out selling, she can flag it as delivered right there, mark it as paid, mark it as credit card, and the order is complete. Sally, questions?
I was just gonna, if you go back one slide, I was just gonna mention, you can also see other payment methods are cash or check. So if someone still wanted to pay cash or check for their cookies, they could. Just a reminder on checks, they should be made out to the Troop, or they should be made out to Girl Scouts, or they could also be made out to Girl Scouts of Wisconsin, Badgerland Council, but in no case ever should they be written out to your Girl Scouts name or your name, because if that happens to become an NSF check, we do not have any financial recourse to go after that, only if it is written out to the actual Troop, or Girl Scouts or GSWIBC, Girl Scouts of Wisconsin, Badgerland Council. Question here, are the credit card payments being made on ABC going directly to the Troop bank account?
These actually go to a council bank account. These do not go to a troop bank account. You do, as a troop, get the proceeds in Smart Cookies reflected for the troop, but the physical money for the product goes to council's bank account.
Correct. So yeah, as Paige said, there will be actually a notation in the troop financial area on Smart Cookies that will show that a credit card has been taken on your behalf. And it'll actually reduce the amount of money that your troop owes for the cookies that you have received.
Any other questions?
Nope, that's it.
Alrighty. Okay, so let's keep going. As Sally said, there is a cash and check payment option there. And then if you need to edit an existing order. So as an example, if you've taken an order, it's prepaid with credit card or cash or check, but it hasn't been delivered yet, this is where the girl needs to go back into manage her orders, find the order, click on the pencil icon and edit it to delivered. You want to make sure that you close out those orders and mark them as delivered. Not only does it help the girls keep their dashboard straight, but it also is going to send that notification to the customer so that they can actually know that their order has been delivered. Now, one thing I do want to point out to you here is when a girl is entering credit card information on an order, if she's using an iPhone, there is that scan feature where she can click scan credit card here and it will capture all of the credit card information for her and populate it automatically into the app. That's an iPhone feature only, an Apple feature only. It is not something that we're aware of that Android devices offers. So if that's the case, she will need to manually enter the credit card details to process the payment. Any other questions, Sally, before we move into booth sales?
Let's see. I don't think there's anything related to what you just finished talking about. One thing I will say, someone asked me privately, is some of the things that Paige is showing you right now, how to take an order, those kind of things, and even this next step about going into taking credit card payments for booth sales. None of these will show up until our sale starts on March 13th. So we're basically giving you a preview of the things that you will be able to do starting this coming Saturday when our sale begins.
All right, so let's jump into booth sales. And I want to go ahead and kick off this conversation with a question that came up in this afternoon session. Accepting a credit card payment at a physical booth sale is a feature that is available to both girls and troop level users. So, you know, if you're at a booth sale and the troop cookie manager is there, they have the ability to take this credit card payment through the URL. If it's a troop user, they're just going to be going straight to abcsmartcookies.com website, logging in and processing the payment that way. If it's a girl accepting the payment, they're going to be using the app because that's how, of course, they can sell. If they don't have a smartphone and are on a tablet or a laptop or something, they also can log in the other way as well. So it works both at both user levels, troop user levels as well as girl user levels. And so if you're at a booth rather, and you have customers who are purchasing with credit cards, the girl can take the payment and then the troop leader could also be taking a payment from a different customer at the same time. All of those orders do populate at the troop level, and then the troop has to go in and actually divide the cookies sold at a booth sale down to the individual girl in order for her to receive her credit for those packages sold. So if the girl is doing it via her app, then she's going to go down to her booth menu and then click Take Booth Credit Card Payment. From here, she will be able to select from the booth sales that are happening on that day. So there won't be any booth sales visible from the day before or the following week. It's only going to show the booth sales for that particular day. So the girl's going to pick which booth sale she's currently facilitating with her troupe. And then she will start to enter the packages sold by variety. She will then enter the customer's email address if they want a receipt. It is not a required field here. She will then click next. And then this is where she will either use the scan credit card feature if she has an iPhone, or she will manually enter the card number, the expiration, the security code, and she will then click pay now. The card is processed immediately. If for some reason the card number is entered incorrectly, the transaction will not go through. Everything is done real time, just like any other online shopping experience. And a confirmation screen will appear that looks just like this for the girl to know that the cookie purchase has successfully been paid. A reminder that card information is not stored on the individual girl's device, and the financial transaction is credited to the troupe immediately. So in Smart Cookies, it does show that the troupe has received credit for that transaction. The money, as we stated, does go through the credit card processor for the packages. The troupe is showing the financial credit in Smart Cookies for the packages sold. They receive their proceeds as well in Smart Cookies. Now, to be able to go back and view credit card payments that were taken at a booth sale, this is also under the booth menu for girls as well as troops. They can go back into booth, view booth credit card payment, and this is going to show the girl every single credit card payment that she accepted at a booth. There's going to be the ability to resend a receipt to a customer if they would like for that to happen. It's going to show who the customer was, how many packages were sold, and the details of the booth, including a transaction timestamp. Any questions about selling booth cookies using a credit card, Sally?
What if you are selling at a booth that is not a selection online?
What if you, go ahead.
So what I believe they're saying is if they set up a booth, but they did not put it into the ABC Smart Cookie system as a troupe, what happens then? If that's the case, they wouldn't be able to take credit cards through the app or the URL. You would have to have some other credit card device like a Square reader or something like that. You could also use PayPal, but you could not use Venmo. Venmo is not allowed because this is considered a business and Venmo is for family and friends. So if you want to have the ability to take credit cards at a booth, you want to make sure that your troupe has put in this booth location as something what we call is a troupe secured booth. So it has to be in the system for you to be able to take credit cards that way. Otherwise, it doesn't know you're at a booth because it's not showing up in the reservations of what the troupe is doing. So, however, so here's a different way for a new part of this question. And I believe I know what the answer is, but I'll let you answer it, Paige. What if they are doing their own booth? So they have not told their troop leader about it. Can they still take a credit card? My thought is, since again, the booth isn't showing up in Smart Cookies, the way that they would do it is the way that you showed for taking an order, a manual order. That would be the way that they would be able to take that credit card, correct?
Yes, you got it.
What if people want to do cookie shares? Is that an option for a booth order, booth payment?
Yes, it is. Actually, cookie share is an option. Anytime you see cookie share on an order, like online order or this type of order, it is a donation. So I don't see why that wouldn't work. Let's go back and see something really quick.
So yes, the manual option will work at a booth sale that isn't entered into the booth events. That is correct. And I think Paige is going to look.
Yeah.
If Cookie Share is listed.
It is.
Okay, good, because I can't read that.
Yes.
It's the first one on the screen.
That's
the
right.
Top one in red. Okay, perfect. And that's it. Oh, so what is Cookie Share? Cookie Share is an opportunity for your daughter to upsell, in my mind, a customer who may originally say, no, I don't want any cookies for myself, for whatever reason it is. They might be on a diet. They might not, be able to eat that type of cookie. They're allergic to something, whatever. Normally, we ask your troop to talk about what your cause is going to be that your girls are going to support. So this is a way for your girl to say to that person who says no, my troop is going to be donating cookies to the food share or to the military or to whatever that cause happens to be. Maybe in a non-pandemic year, we do actually have some of our troops befriend nursing homes, and then they go and do programs and things like that. So this is a great way that then you'd be donating them to a nursing home. So then you are able to talk with that customer about what you're going to do, and maybe that customer will choose to donate a box or two to your good cause instead of buying it for themselves. So that's it at this point.
Okay. So let's talk about direct ship, because this is some exciting stuff. We've offered direct ship for several seasons. Your customers have always had the option to order direct ship, meaning order cookies, pay for shipping, and have them shipped directly to them. The difference this year, though, is that Badgerland has generously offered to pay for half of the shipping for packages of increments of 6 to 12. So our flat rate shipping is $12. So if a customer orders one package of cookies, they pay $12 to have it shipped. They pay that flat rate all the way up to 6 packages. And once a customer hits 6 packages in increments of 6 to 12, please refer to the chart over here for a better understanding and a visual, they will have their shipping cut in half at $6. Now, I've done a lot of, as we probably all have over the past year, ordering online and battling with shipping and finding the best shipping and abandoning carts because we don't want to pay shipping. It's expensive. I order fall product. That can be very pricey in terms of shipping. I recently shipped some or sent some flowers and did an edible arrangement and some cookies. And it gets expensive. But if you think about $6 to ship up to a case of cookies, a half a case at 6 or a full case at 12, that's a great shipping rate. And it is all subsidized in part through the Badgerland Council. So this is very exciting. You'll see here at the top, this is the banner that the customer sees when they shop online. It does explain to them if they order 6 packages or more, you get 50% off. It is continental US. There are additional shipping fees for orders over 12 packages, which is that chart that I mentioned here. And then finally, the discount does not apply to additional charges for APO, Hawaii, or Alaska. So there is an additional surcharge to ship to military bases or Hawaii or Alaska, simply because of the cost involved in shipping to that distance, but also there is a lot of red tape that goes into place when trying to get a package onto a military base. So there is an incremental cost there. Anytime a customer orders through a direct ship, girls are automatically credited in Smart Cookies for these packages sold, and they automatically earn the rewards, and their dashboard is automatically updated with these sales. The gift box is also back this year, but we have scaled it to hold 6 packages of cookies, which is that minimum for subsidy shipping. The fee for the actual box is $4, same fee as in previous years. Then it holds 6 packages of cookies plus the cost of shipping. And also, just like with any other direct ship order, the girls' dashboards are automatically updated with sales, and there are no lag times, if you will, or no manual entry involved on a direct ship order in Smart Cookies. And as I mentioned earlier, The council does have the ability to create a refund for a girl delivery order if needed. So if for some reason an order cannot be delivered to a customer, or maybe you've run out of inventory and you can't fulfill a customer order, there is the ability for council to issue a refund there. And the way that they will do that is they will actually go in and use a mimic feature to mimic your girl's account. They will go in and click on the 3 dots at the end of the row that will allow them the selection to refund. No one else is able to do that. The parents can't do it. The girl can't do it. Really, only council is able to handle that refund. So you'll need to escalate any of those requests up to the customer care team at Wisconsin Badgerland Council, and they can assist from there. Then council will confirm that the order is going to be refunded, and finally a notification will be sent to the customer letting them know that their cookie order has been refunded, the order had to be canceled, and payment of refunds will appear on the credit card within 5 business days. The order status will change in the girl's dashboard from ordered to canceled and then refunded once that refund has processed. And the girl order report is also going to show any of her girl delivery orders that have subsequently been refunded or canceled. Those are my slides for the evening. I definitely want to stick around and assist with questions in the chat box, but I do want to close with thanking each and every one of you for your time. Especially on a Sunday evening, a busy weekend. You know, here in my area, our kids have been virtually learning for a long time. They actually get to go back next week. I'm pretty excited about that. But, you know, we're all really busy. We've got a lot going on at home. Certainly there's many working parents out there juggling the volunteer role. And I just want to thank you on behalf of ABC and Weston Foods for everything you do. You are appreciated beyond words. So thanks for your time tonight. Sally, what questions do you have?
We do have a few questions. So if somebody pays to Cookie Share, what amount of money goes into the troop account, not the council account? So I'm assuming that you mean, so if, for example, my daughter has a customer who says, I want to donate 5 boxes of cookies to your Cookie Share program. So that $20 I will be depositing into my troop's bank account, or if she pays via credit card through the app or through the Smart Cookies URL, then that $20 will be credited to your troop on smartcookies.com for their troop information. So, or for their troop payment. So that money all goes to the troop in a sense, but because it's 5 boxes of cookies, your troop will pay us for those cookies that were sold. So hopefully that explains it well for you. Another question is, what is the benefit for entering an individually secured booth into the app versus doing sales manually? My opinion, if you put a booth into the app, it will then give you the opportunity to take credit cards through the app, in which Badgerland Council is graciously absorbing all of the credit card fees that are charged normally, the 2.6% or 2.8%, whatever that is, by a normal credit card company. We are absorbing those fees for you. If you don't want to put the booth into the app or smartcookies.com technically, and you want to do sales manually, you would need to have a Square or a PayPal or something like that to take credit cards, unless you do that manual take order like we talked about earlier. But if you want it faster and a faster opportunity, you would need to have like a Square, and then you as the troop would then be paying those credit card fees. So that's my difference of what the benefit is putting it into the system. Paige, do you have anything else?
Sure. One other thing I'll say about that is, any time that you have a booth sale in Smart Cookies assigned to your troop, it actually gets sent to the GSUSA Cookie Finder, the national cookie finder for consumers looking for cookies in your area. So you're likely to get more traction if people are seeking cookies in your area and they see that you're going to be in front of Sally's beauty salon, you know, on Saturday for 2 hours. So keep that in mind as well.
The other thing for those of you who are troop volunteers is that it makes it very easy to split your cookies between the girls who worked by using the Smart Cookies booth divider option
Yes.
in the system. Otherwise, so say you have 5 girls that work a booth over a shift of time, because remember, we have limits this year on how many people at a time, depending on if it's an indoor or an outdoor booth. So you would have to do 5 separate transactions, troop to girl transfers, if you don't have it in. If you do have it in, you use the Smart Booth divider and you just plug in some data and it does it in one fell swoop. So those are 3 different reasons of why you should put your troop secured booth into the system. Another question is, so direct ship, that is the 48 contiguous states is what gets the discount, but ABC Fulfillment Center will also ship to Hawaii, Alaska, and APO, but those do not get a shipping discount. And there is also an additional surcharge for those because it costs more to send to those. So just clarification on where the direct ship does send. So, so the question is, will the council pick up credit card fees on manual sales? Meaning if you use the Square reader or something like that? No, they don't. But if you can put it out there to the universe, to other people that are not currently having a Square account and want one. And if they take your referral code, then that will, you'll both get up to $1,000 of free services. But if you do a manual sale, like Paige was talking about earlier, where you just take the sale at that time, because that's on the ABC app, yes, the council is covering the fee on that type of sale. Just not if you use a Square app or something like that at a booth. Any other questions? So Paige, just to, I think I'm going to have you answer this one. I think I know the answer, but I want to make sure. For troop booths this year, our troop is having 1 girl and 1 parent at each booth. We are using girl cookie inventory versus troop cookie inventory. If we use the booth credit card option, will that go against that girl's cookie inventory? So what she owes to the troop?
So nothing goes against inventory until you as a troop user go in and actually make it go against inventory.
I think what they're actually meaning is payment, how much they owe the troop for the cookies that they've received, since the troop will already have credit card money.
Right. So I need to think about this for a minute, think out loud. So after that booth, I mean, certainly the credit card payment is, let me go back to what I said in today's earlier session this afternoon. The ability for the girl to take a credit card payment at a booth is really just an opportunity for a customer. It doesn't tie that girl to that sale. The tying of that sale, Sally, I believe is when the troop leader goes in and actually does that transfer either through the Smart Booth divider or a manual transfer as a booth cookie. So the girl gets credit for it and it doesn't affect her financials. Does that make sense?
Sort of, but she'll already have credit for the cookie, so that part of it wouldn't work. They wouldn't need to do the transfer. So I think what would happen is, I would think you're going to want to keep track. So I can tell you when my daughter does a booth, as my daughter's troop does it the exact same way that this troop is doing it this year, where it's a girl and her parent are at the booth, and whether you're using troop cookie or girl cookies, you know, it's sort of a moot point at this point in time. But so what we usually do is we, do I have one in front of me? This is the fun thing that we use. I'm not sure how well it's going to show up, but it's called a circle sheet is what I say. And down here, I use in that box, I put
can't-
CC for
We
credit
can't see
cards.
it. We can't see it at all because of your Zoom background.
Yeah, sorry about that. So what it is it's just a dot sheet that has all the cookies listed on it. So you can use whatever you want. But I notate anytime we take a credit card that we've taken a credit card and how much it was. And so then at the end of the sale, I will tell my troop leader that we took this many dollars in credit cards and we had this much in cash and this much in checks, so that they're aware of, one, what we sold, especially if we're using troop cookies, but one, what we sold, but also how much money we should be giving them for deposit into the troop bank account, but also so that they can credit my daughter for those credit card sales. So once the system is up and running and we can see how that that transaction, that credit card transaction comes in for that, I would say that that's how it's going to depend. I know in the past, because we've used the take order option on the app before and took a credit card, because that's worked like that for more than just this year. The only new thing really is the booth one. We've never had that. That's the unknown to me at this time. But if you do the manual way that someone was asking earlier, where you go into the app and you take an order and accept the credit card, that will show up as a girl payment on your daughter's financials in Smart Cookies. So the leader will know that they will not be accepting as much money from your daughter because they already have it in an indirect way, right? And so the only somewhat unknown right now is where Paige showed, if you take the credit card saying that you're at a booth and you go to that option, take a credit card at a booth. I don't know right now, if the girl takes it, does it show under her account or does it just show under the troop account? And from what Paige and I believe at this point, it shows under the troop account. So, but it'll be in relation to that booth. So they'll be able to see it. You'll just need to verify that and make sure your cookie coordinator gives your daughter credit for that. If the girl is too young and doesn't have her own smartphone or iPad or whatever, you as a parent will actually be using your daughter's login information. Your troop cookie coordinator account is specifically for the troop itself, unless you want to mimic your daughter through that. And that's something that we showed in tech training for volunteers, is how to mimic someone. But whenever you're doing any of her sales, my suggestion is even on your phone, on the app on your phone or your iPad or whatever you're using, your tablet, you're going to use your daughter's login. Like my daughter's login, because at one point she loved Caramel Delight. So her login is Caramel Delight Explosion. And so that is what we use, because she doesn't have her own phone. She's not old enough for her own phone. So the app is on my phone. And when I go into the app, I log in with her data for her to use it to take an order, to set her goals, because there's lots of fun things that you can do on the app as well. So if a girl cannot find or deleted the initial registration email for Smart Cookies, how do they get a new email or link? Please email info@gsbadgerland.org and we can resend you that link. And I'm putting that email address into the chat log now. So just a reminder, you can log into your girls' account now, or they can, and under the orders share, there's a share my social media link area that Paige was showing you. You can get all of that stuff ready. You can put in your contacts, but you can't share that stuff until March 13th. And none of those links will actually go live until March 13th. So if you tried clicking on it now, it's gonna say like site can't be found or this option isn't available. If you try to, take take a booth order or take a credit card now, whatever. None of that will work until we start our sale on March 13th. Any other questions that we have? I just want to thank you as well as Paige did before. Thank you for all that you do. This is a family sale, really. You know, girls can't do it all on their own as much as some of our girls would like to. We still need that parent support. And without your support of your Girl Scout sale, she wouldn't be as successful as she is, as she can be. And so we're very thankful for all of the time that you put in as the parent of a Girl Scout. If you're also the troop cookie coordinator for your troop, thank you very much. We appreciate that as well. I know we've spent a lot of family time together over this past year with the pandemic, but every year when we survey our girls about one of the things that they have loved about the cookie program, it is spending additional time with their family. So thank you again for all it is that you do to help your Girl Scout be successful. And I did record this session. I will have a PDF of this training session. I'll hand it over to marketing tomorrow. They'll hopefully within the next couple of days get it up onto our website, gsbadgerland.org. There's a Cookies Plus tab and there's lots of other little tabs there. So there's fun resources there as well as other helpful information about rewards and all those good stuff. So thank you very much and have a great rest of your evening. And hey, cookies come this week to all of our communities and we get started bright and early on Saturday morning on the 13th. So have a great Girl Scout week.